and catch up. Richmond's Morning News keeps you on your way. 8 a.m. now in the day.
All right, it's 8:04 here on Richmond's Morning News, News Radio WRVA. I'm not happy with Super Dave this morning, but we'll get through it.
What else is new?
No, yelled at me when we started the show this morning. And by the way, here's what really makes me upset. My wife agrees with you. She goes, yes, you clap way too loud. You clap way too much. Tell Super Dave I'm 100% on his side. She said, I feel bad that he has to put up with your nonsense.
You married a good woman.
Yeah, I said, well, he only gets me for 4 hours. You get me for 20. She goes, I know.
And you clap around the house like that?
All the time.
I'm sure she loves it.
Yeah, I'm getting myself fired up. But she goes, the problem is not that you clap, it's you clap really, really loud. She said, you have one of the loudest claps in the world.
You can clap all you want. Just turn the mic off before you do it. You have one button in there you have to push. That's it.
I know, and I always fat finger that one button too.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
That's why you sit there pushing buttons and said, I'm not allowed to.
That's why they trust me on this side of the glass and you on the other side of the glass with one button.
Exactly. All right, let's get to Richmond's Morning News Brief very quickly because we're going to talk to Michael Greer here in just a minute. Let's start with number one, USA 250. The Freedom Concert last night wasn't a real star-studded event. It was more of a rally for Donald Trump. President came out, and the crowd went wild for him. Here is story number one.
Number one.
We have reclaimed our sovereignty, regained our liberty, restored our prosperity, and we have saved our country. In all things, we're once again putting a thing called America first.
Fly over from the Freedom Dorito, which is the big stealth bomber. F-35s are going over. It was a nice event, although that was the day that you're supposed to have the big concert. And most of the acts, well, almost all the acts backed out. The one act they did have up there, Lee Greenwood sang and then introduced the president. I watched it last night. I'm heading up maybe this weekend. I know I'm going up for sure next week a couple times to see the Great American State Fair and celebrate the 4th of July. All right, story number two. The price of gasoline went up like a rocket, but it's taken a little bit too much time to come down.
Number two.
All right, we're going to talk about this at 9:33 during the experiment. Here's the deal. I understood why the price of gasoline instantly went up once the Strait of Hormuz was clogged up. But once the strait was opened and the oil supply is coming back to its normal terms, why is gasoline taking so long to come back down? President Trump called out the gas companies yesterday. DOJ is looking into it. I'm frustrated, and I am Mr. Capitalism. Are you? I'll hear your frustration coming up at 9:33 here on Richmond's Morning News. Story number three. Donald Trump fighting with senators and just about everybody else yesterday.
Number three.
So Donald Trump went up on the Hill, had lunch with the senators, got into a shouting match with a couple of the different senators over, well, the Senate had passed because a couple of Republicans have voted. The War Powers Act, they went back and changed their votes, so that didn't pass. But they have a bill that will reduce the price of housing because they're not going to let big companies come in and buy up whole neighborhoods and then take them off the market, which is artificially inflated the price of homes. But Donald Trump was supposed to have it signed, won't sign it until they pass the SAVE Act. So Donald Trump fighting with the senators on Capitol Hill, and there was some loud voices where Donald Trump was told to sit down, according to some reports, by a senator, and he said, no, you sit down. So Donald Trump winning friends and influencing people on Capitol Hill yesterday. Story number three, the United States plays soccer tonight.
Number four.
With the U.S. team's World Cup success, suddenly you're really into soccer. But like most Americans, you don't know what you're talking about. You should download Soccer GPT.
Welcome to Soccer GPT.
With Soccer GPT, it's 90% confidence, 10% understanding. What's going on now, Soccer GPT?
Their shape is good, but their spacing is inconsistent.
You know, their shape is good, but their spacing is inconsistent. Okay, what else?
Their delivery on set pieces has been excellent. They're just not getting enough bodies in the box.
The set pieces are great, but they got to get more bodies in the box.
Wow, you really know your soccer, Donnie.
And you'll never miss a shot with Soccer GPT's Alexi Lawless feature.
My AYSO coach, when I was 9, knew more than Alexi Lawless.
My AYSO coach knew more than Alexi Lawless.
Boy, Donnie, your Alexi Lawless comments are on point.
Thanks, Soccer GPT.
Soccer GPT, turning casual fans into insufferable experts since yesterday.
I need one of those. That's our fourth story. USA will take on Turkey tonight at 10 o'clock. Somebody's going to have to tell me what's going to happen because I'm going to bed way before that. And then finally, story number 5 this morning. Today is World Beatles Day. 1967, the Beatles went on television, and 400 million people around the world saw this.
Number 5.
This is Steve Race in the Beatles recording studio in London, where the latest Beatle record is at this moment being built up. With some friends in to help the atmosphere, this is quite an occasion.
All you need is love. Love is all you need.
Okay, Richard, kill it. Right. So we asked this morning on Richmond's Morning News on the James River Air text line, 833-804-1140, 833-804-1140. Asked Super Dave, who's a big concert goer, what's the one act you wanted to see that you've never seen? You said the
Jimi Hendrix Experience.
Jimi Hendrix Experience. I instantly said Ray Charles. And then you pointed out you had a chance to see Ray Charles and you blew it.
Yeah. And ever since then, because he died maybe a year after I had the opportunity to go see him. And the same with Johnny Cash. He stopped touring right after the last chance I got to see, or chance I would have gotten to see him.
Best shows you've ever seen?
Ooh. Wow. There's Paul McCartney was great. I've seen Slayer about 8 times. They were always good.
Such different taste in music.
Jimmy Buffett was great both times I saw him.
I met Jimmy Buffett once.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was sideline of a football game. My best shows were Toby Keith. Oh, Toby Keith put on a great show. Brooks and Dunn, really good. I saw Harry Connick Jr. with his big band. I
heard he's really good.
Oh, he's amazing. I saw Brian Setzer.
I met Brian
Setzer.
Setzer.
Small venue with his rockabilly.
Yeah.
Full orchestra.
I met Brian Setzer and his dad at a radio station I was working at, but very, very nice guys.
Yeah. So we're asking this morning, 833-804-1140, what is the one act you'd want to see, dead or alive? They're maybe they passed away, maybe they're still around, but which band would you want to see? If you could only see one show for the rest of your life, what would it be? 833-804-1140. Coming up,
A+ windows.
we will talk with Michael Greer, GreerFinancialGroup.com. We check in with him every day here on News Radio WRVA. So that's coming up on the program. And Governor Jim Gilmore, we'll ask him what's going on with the negotiations with Iran. Former U.S. ambassador joins us every week here on News Radio WRVA. Just quick reminder, today's program brought to you in part by A+